Hey gang, how y'all doing? Gonna give you a couple minutes to get up in here. If you are watching from the very beginning and you are watching the replay, there will be timestamps in the comments. So no need to wait. Just head on down to the timestamps. All right. Let YouTube do its notification ting. All right, got one more minute. All right, so let's go ahead and get into it. Um, okay, I don't know what I'm doing right here. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, what's up, gang? It's your girl Sid from Savvy Sentience, and welcome to my channel. If you all are new here, hello and welcome. If you are not, welcome back, y'all, gang, and I love y'all the most. Um, yeah, if y'all are looking for personal readings, you can book at savvysentient.com. That's the only place that you can book. I'll never be in the comments saying, girl, hit me up for a reading, because I don't do that. That's real ghetto. Okay, we don't pander here. Okay, also on the website you can find spiritual drip and all of them things, so check out the inventory. If you all would like to have your spooky story, your ghost story, or your spiritual occurrence that happened to you told on this channel, if you would like your story to be on my channel, please send your story to savvysentient@gmail.com, which should also be in the description box below. And in the subject bar, just put my story, okay? Going into spooky season, I will be telling stories, and that's just gonna be the tip of the iceberg, okay? I can't tell you too much because I don't know who watching. But yeah, send me your stories and let's chat. All right. What else do I need to let y'all know? Like, share, subscribe, all of them things. Thank you all so much for everyone who's recently subscribed to the channel. I've gotten a little influx of subscribers, so thank you for helping me keep my channel going and growing. Thank you to everyone who sends super chat, super thanks, super likes, cash apps, all of those things. I greatly appreciate it, and may all of that energy be returned to you tenfold. May you be balling, okay, in this next season. And I feel like there's one thing I'm forgetting. I don't know. It'll come to me. Oh, memberships, channel memberships, and Patreon memberships. If you would like to have personal readings guaranteed every month, you receive them at the third tier of channel members and Patreon, okay? You will get an email every single month just for yourself, okay? So, anyways, let's go ahead and get into this reading because this was kind of interesting. Okay, so your channeled message goes as follows: crying yourself to sleep when you could be using your energy for growth. Each time you cry, you get your worst headaches. Why cry? Just heal. Okay? Thank you. So whoever I'm talking to, whoever this message is for, I got a couple of different messages, or I'm interpreting this message in a couple different ways. I'm great, John. How are you? Um, so the first way I'm interpreting this is just the straightforward kind of way, exactly how the spirit said it. Like, you're wasting a lot of time crying over something that has passed, okay? Um, and why are you doing that when you could just be investing that energy in healing? All right. Another way that I took this is for those of you all who are a little bit more witchy. Okay. For those of you all who are more witchy, I feel like this spirit wants you to understand that you're sitting here using your energy to cry, to be hurt, to relive events, etc., and so on. But what you're not seeing, what you're not understanding, is that that energy, that emotional energy that you're carrying, can be used for spell work. Now, I'm not saying put no curses on nobody, but what I'm saying is you could take that same energy that you're using to cry and you could be infusing it into a money ritual. You could be infusing it into a road opener ritual. You could be infusing it into a ritual for your healing. But instead, you are just crying and crying and crying. And I feel like your ancestors are tired of seeing you cry. They're tired of you experiencing the pain of the headaches. They're tired of seeing you have to relive whatever this is, okay? So when I was doing the pre-shuffle, 2 times I saw the Temperance card, which is a card of healing. It is a card of balance, and it is a card of alchemy. So taking that energy and alchemizing it for your best good, just like I described. Okay? I also seen the Judgment card, and I saw the World card. Whatever has recently occurred for you was a wake-up call. It was a wake-up call that let you know that the end of a cycle was present. And so understandably, you may be grieving because it may be something that you didn't think would end. Every single card that I saw in the pre-shuffle was a major arcana, which means that this did have a major effect on your life. But now Spirit is saying it's enough of that crying shit. Stop all that boo-hooing. Let's alchemize that energy and use it for your best good. Okay? So in the astrology, Sun in Leo today. Happy Leo season to all the Leos. Gang, gang. All the Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node placements. Those of you all who are very much in touch with your Leo energy in your chart. Happy Leo season to you. Okay? Y'all are proud. Y'all are charismatic. Y'all are beautiful. And a lot of y'all look like cats. I don't know. No shade. But I just realized that a lot of y'all have cat-like features. Okay, I don't know what it's about. Um, what else? So we got the Sun in Leo. I don't know if I was looking at the wrong chart. What's today's date? Because actually Leo season been started. Where I've been, I don't know. But anyway, Sun and Leo in the seventh house. Okay, so partnerships are being highlighted right now for some of you all. Also, we had Chiron and Aries. So some of you all are working very diligently on your healing, on addressing your old wounds. Okay, with the third house. Some of you all are discussing it. I'm getting the energy of therapy. Some of you all may be going to therapy right now. Um, and y'all are having some things highlighted for you. Okay. Um, so that's happening. And then we have Mars and Gemini. So with Mars and Gemini, the planet of war in the sign of communication, of thoughts. Okay, so some of you all, and it's in the fifth house. So what I'm feeling from this is like some of you all are at war with the revelations that you're having, with some of the things that have been coming to the surface. You may not want to address them as the truth. You may not want to address them at all because of the trauma, okay, Chiron and Aries, that is coming to the surface for you. So I feel like some of you all may be just like struggling with what has been coming up for you, okay? Um, Take it one day at a time. Take your time. Healing doesn't have to be a quick process. It is something that happens over time. But also, it is not a linear process. We're going to have our ups and our downs. We're going to have days when we feel good, and we're going to have days when we don't. We're going to have days when we feel like we can conquer whatever the trauma is, and days when we're just feeling like we can be consumed by that trauma. So take your time with it. But I feel like Spirit wants you to be aggressively pursuing healing, not just letting the healing consume you, okay? Or the heartbreak consume you. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the tarot. And I actually am going to use the Modern Witches today. I feel like I can. The last couple of readings, they did not want me to use that deck. They wanted me to use something more today. But I think that today's message is one that's meant to be a little bit more gentle. So that's what we're going to do. I do see the Eight of Cups already. So there's something that you need to walk away from emotionally. Spirit, speak to me. What's in the core of this reading for my collective? What's in the core of this reading for my collective? Duh, of course. It's the Star. Star is about healing. Star is about renewal. Okay? Star is about recognition as well. Destiny and purpose. All right? So, in the, of course, in the heart of this reading, we have healing. Because what else would it be? What have I been talking about for the last 10 minutes? All right. What is crossing this ability to heal? Seven of Swords. Do I need the card, Spirit? Can I just talk? Seven of Swords energy. This is strategy, but it's also deception. I feel like some of you all are maybe not being honest with yourself about what is coming to the surface that needs to be healed. Some of you all don't think that certain things are a big deal, but they definitely consume you. They definitely affect you, even if you don't want to admit that. And with, it being Leo season, Leos are very prideful. And that energy is going to affect all of us, whether you are a Leo or not. So you may be feeling a bit of pride when it comes to things coming to the surface. Like, yeah, that happened, but it didn't bother me like that. Like, it ain't nothing for me to heal from. But I feel like what's happening is a suppression. Okay, you're suppressing whatever it is that is coming up that you need to heal from. Okay, so what is the future possibility for my collective here? Two cards coming out. We have the Ten of Cups and the High Priestess. And instead of getting an energy of intuition, I'm getting an energy of secrets, family secrets. Ten of Cups energy is that happily ever after. We do have a family here on the card as well, under a rainbow. And I feel like the possibility for you is actually like a happily ever after. But I feel like the secrets, the thing that you're suppressing, the thing that you're claiming you don't need healing from, has to be revealed. Okay? It can no longer be a secret. It has to be something that needs to be talked about. What's at the root of this for my collective? Balance and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So those of y'all who have been here already know the Knight of Cups in the reverse for me is a card of narcissism. Okay, so some of you all may have been dealing with narcissistic parents, narcissistic lovers, siblings, uncles, aunts, whoever, somebody that you're really close to. But also, this is someone who comes into your life with nothing to offer, but wanting a lot from you in return. Okay, so with this Two of Pentacles, I feel like some of you all are trying to balance maybe the feelings or the concerns of certain people in your life who are not really pouring into you, but you're trying to protect or not speak on certain things because of how it may or may not make them feel. But you don't even understand, or you don't see that the concern, the love, the care that you have for them, it's not even reciprocal. They would not do the same for you. Okay? So that's what's at the root of this. Trying to maintain balance with people who are the imbalance. You're trying to maintain balance in a situation, or trying to prioritize people who wouldn't prioritize you and who are causing the imbalance. Okay, so what is going on in the past environment? And I feel like this is where we're about to find out what really needs to be healed. Okay, so what's happening in the past environment for my collective? We have the Hanged One energy. This is Pisces energy. This is being placed in an uncomfortable situation or position in order to gain enlightenment, or seeing things from a different perspective because of the uncomfortable situation that you're in. We're definitely going to clarify that. What is the expected future for my collective? This is coming out kind of in the reverse. King of Wands in the reverse. So, in the expected future, I don't know if this is you or not. Could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius energy. We're definitely going to clarify why they're in the near future. But in the reverse, there's somebody who's very rude, domineering. They feel like respect should be given to them just because they are who they are, not because they earn it. This is someone who I like to describe similarly to the Emperor in reverse, is a child wearing daddy's shoes, pretending to be daddy. Just because you can wear daddy's shoes don't mean that you're mature enough. Doesn't mean that you are the provider. Doesn't mean that you have the capabilities that daddy has just because you're cosplaying daddy. Okay? So I feel like that's that kind of energy. Like they feel like respect is owed to them, but they've literally done nothing in their life to earn it. Okay? They really don't even know what to do with the position that they're trying to take up. We're going to clarify why that's there as well. All right? So that may be someone in your life that has caused you to be in the position that you're in, that you need healing from. So tell me what the current status of my collective is right now. These next 4 cards are all about you, collective. Y'all are having a new beginning. You all are establishing a new foundation. Some of you all are having new jobs, new houses, new lifestyles, okay? You all are starting new. Okay. All right. And what is surrounding my collective right now? Three of Pentacles energy. Some of you all recently got promotions, or you are in a stage of promotion, of growth with the Three of Pentacles energy. She a little naked, so I'm going to do her like that so you don't be seeing all of her belongings. Oh, you still can see a little. Oh, let me just do her like, okay. Yeah, but this is collaboration. This is teamwork. This is someone helping you grow and gain higher status as well. So I feel like you all just had a new beginning that is leading you to a position. Um, it's leading you to a position where you are seen, or where you are known, or where you are acknowledged. Okay. Tell me what's in the mind and the emotions of my collective. You're feeling like you got options. You have your head in the clouds. You're daydreaming. Okay. So I feel like this is a really interesting energy. Because what I'm getting from this is like, there is trauma, there is things on this side that need to be dealt with, but I feel like maybe you're either avoiding them or you're not focusing on them because there's so many new and good things happening in your life. What's the outcome here? What's the outcome for my collective? Three of Wands in reverse. A period of waiting. All right, we're gonna definitely clarify some things, because how we do that, how we go from this energy to that energy. Like, it feels like things are growing, things are gaining momentum, and then all of a sudden a blockage, or like you're feeling stuck. Ooh, Spirit, how do you do that shit? Okay, this is what I just got. Yes, Spirit wants to show you that you have unlimited potential, that you can definitely grow, that you can definitely have the things that you want, that, life could be great for you, that there's a new beginning here for you, okay? Hey, Chrissy. But I feel like Spirit's saying, before we give you this, okay? Before we can give you this, you got to deal with this first. You got to stop being in denial about who hurt you, or what issues you might have, or what you're suppressing, or what needs to be healed. There is something very pressing in your life right now that needs acknowledgement and healing. And rather than deal with that, you have the Star and the Seven of Swords in the center of the reading. You're acting like it doesn't exist, like it's not there. But as long as you don't address it, your growth is going to be stagnated. All right, so let's clarify that energy. Yeah, look, the Knight of Pentacles. For as long as you don't address it, you're going to make progress, but it's going to be slow. It's going to be slow progress, because you still have a destiny. There's still things that you need to accomplish and that Spirit needs for you to accomplish. So they'll let you slow roll your way into that destiny. But they're not going to let that happen too fast, because you got unfinished, unresolved traumas and hurts and pains in the present. Okay? So until you address it and handle it, progress is going to be slow. Now, who is this Knight of Cups in the reverse at the root of this reading? The people who would not reciprocate my collective's energy. My collective over here loving on people who don't love them, families, friends, and foes. Tell me about that. Unfortunately, gang, the age-old tale. Y'all have heard me say it a million times on this channel. Y'all have heard it in the spiritual community. Everybody can't go, and that's why you're stagnated. That's why the Three of Wands is in the reverse. Because there are people in your life right now, family, hello, that are not meant to go where you are going. They can't go on this journey with you. So you need to move away from them. You need to move away from connections that are not reciprocal. If you find yourself giving and pouring into certain relationships, and when you need that same support, they're not there, it's time for you to move away from them. Now, I'm not going to say that it's forever. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you moving? I thought you said you're mourning, but yeah. Yeah, you may have to move away. It may not be forever. Certain people may be on their own journeys, and when they get to a place of their own healing and their own, emotional or spiritual maturity, they're gonna look back and be like, damn, I didn't do right by a collective. I need to make that right. And they're going to reach out and they're going to be sincere with it. But for other people, and for a lot of people, for most of the people that you got to let go of, they're not coming back. And you won't want them back. You won't need them back. You won't care. It may be painful now. You may care right now, but you won't care later. Okay? So, in the near future, another message that I'm getting with this Ten of Cups and the High Priestess is soul family. So some of you all may be meeting your soul family. Tell me more about that. Let's clarify that, Spirit. Yeah. Ten of Pentacles and the Eight of the Strength card are clarifying that as well. So that's legacy, inheritance. The future possibility for some of you all. And some of y'all get a little weary when I start talking about witchy stuff, but hey, some of us is witches. If you're not, then, don't take what I'm about to say. But some of you all are gaining spiritual gifts. You are receiving a spiritual inheritance from your ancestors. There are gifts that your ancestors had that you do not, and they're about to hand them down. There are certain ancestors that you are aware of and certain ancestors that you are not that had different clairs than you have. You may know that you're clairaudient and you're clairsentient, but you might have had an aunt who had clairgustance, clairalliance, clairaudience, like all the rest of the clairs. So I feel like y'all are about to receive some type of spiritual upgrade. And you cannot receive it until you move away from certain people. There are going to be blockages to you. Their negative energy is going to make it hard for you to fully download these gifts. So it's almost like, I don't want to say that you're going to be in isolation because I don't think that that's the case. But some of you all are going to be taking some time to yourself for a little bit. Okay? Taking some time for yourself for a little bit so that you can gain what your ancestors are about to give you. Okay? For others of you, this can, because your legacy is to have certain things, and you can't get those certain things until you move away from other people. All right, so tell me what this is in the recent past, Spirit. We have the Hanged One in the recent past, okay, as your past environment. And I feel like that might be your energy. And then again, that is Pisces energy too. So Pisces is one of the most spiritual signs. So I feel like whatever it is that you are going through or were going through in the past that you are crying about now, as the channel message said, I think that it enlightened you. It showed you a lot about certain people, about certain situations. But let's clarify that. What was revealed to my collective in the recent past? Can't make it up. Three of Swords. There was a heartbreak. There was some pain, some disappointment, some grief in the recent past. Some of you all, the realization was that relationships weren't reciprocal. That relationships that you thought were built on a firm foundation were not. That when you needed somebody and it was their turn to be for you what you've been to them, they were like, no, I'm good. Okay. So tell me more about that, Spirit. In fact, there was some conflict. 5 of Wands. There may have been an argument. There may have been a disagreement, a bumping of heads. Oh, Lord, you better. In the most unexpected way. You may have received this type of energy from someone that you never expected to receive it from. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Wands in the upright. Okay, in the expected future, we have the King of Wands in the reverse. So for some of you all, this is somebody who you admired, somebody who you looked up to, someone who you saw as a beneficent or benevolent uh, leader, someone who you held in high regard, and then they just went left on you, and you was like when we started doing that, since when we act like this with each other. Okay, so in the near future, in the charts astrologically, this thing keeps saying going live, like it's been disconnecting. But what I'm saying is, there's a lot of communication showing up astrologically. So you may be having conversation with this King of Wands in the reverse, this person who you saw as a leader, who you looked up to. Clarify that. We got the Two of Wands. And what's this? Yeah. There's going to be some communication. The communication is going to be, I feel like, trying to make things right, trying to bring justice to the situation. It may be over the phone, social media, email, DM, text message, whatever. Okay, but someone wants to take the first steps towards making it right. Tell me a little bit more about that. What had happened? Somebody left you out in the cold, somebody abandoned you, or somebody made you feel less than. Okay. Someone was harsh with you. But I feel like someone was, even if they didn't succeed, I feel like the conversation you may have had with them, or the interaction that you might have had with them, was one that you were able to see was meant to make you feel less than or inferior, or to make you feel low. And you're like, that's not our relationship. We're always uplifting each other. But on this occasion, you choose a more toxic route. Why is that? I thought we were better than that. Okay. So I feel like you're like, well, whatever. What's done is done. I'm not even going to worry about that. I just see how it is now. I'm going to focus on this new beginning. I'm going to push forward. I'm going to work on my promotion and my growth. Okay? I'm going to work on these options that are around me, on my goals, my dreams. And then, like I said, the outcome is the Three of Wands in the reverse. So I feel like as much as you want to be like, nah, fuck this, whatever, it's nothing. Spirit is like, no. This is something that has to be addressed. This is something that you have to deal with. There will be other times and other people that you can just cut off and be like, whatever. But this time is not one of those people. It's not one of those situations. I feel like Spirit is wanting for you to stand up, to assert yourself. Okay, I just got to download that. It's because where you're going, there's going to be more people like this who try to diminish you, who try to project a certain image of you onto you that is not who you are, that try to fit you in a box and make you feel a certain way. And it's just not who you are. It's just not a box that you're willing to get into. So it's like Spirit saying, address this person now, so that people that you encounter moving forward already know that you are not to be fucked with, that you are not to be boxed in, that you are not to be played with. This is who I am, and this is what it is. In your opinion of me, or anything that I do, doesn't matter. So stay in your place. Stay in your place. Like, stop trying to force me to be something. Figure out who you are. Okay? All right. So tell me about this new beginning for my collective. Something wanted to come out but didn't. Ooh, King of Pentacles. But it went back in the deck. So when that happens, the way I interpret that is that's going to be the outcome, but not yet. So Ace of Pentacles to King of Pentacles. You're going to be getting a lot of success, a lot of money coming in. Oh, wow. And then we got the Lovers and the World card. So for some of you all, this is only after you end situations that are no longer in alignment with you. But for some of you all, the card, okay, the World card is about completion. So this could be about some of you all ending a cycle. But for others of you, this is about coming into union with yourself. Like kind of twin flamey, but I don't want to get into that. Because not everyone is on that journey. No, not everyone resonates with that. But I kind of feel like this is a balancing of your divine masculine and your divine feminine energy. This is a test, is what I'm feeling. Like you've always been receptive, or I don't want to say passive, because divine feminine energy is not necessarily passive. But I feel like Spirit is wanting you to come into balance. So if you're someone who leads with masculine energy, male or female, if you lead with masculine energy, if you always assert yourself, if you're always dominating something, if you're always just, the leader of all the things, like Spirit wants you to be more receptive, to allow people to come to you, to pour into you, that kind of energy, and vice versa. If you're always divine feminine energy, they want you to step up now. They want you to be more assertive, and that's why they want you to, check this person, this situation. Like, hold up, that's not what we're doing. That's not who I am. Whatever the case is. So I feel like this is why Spirit's not letting you run from this. Okay? Because this is meant to help you come into balance. This is meant to help you be complete. Where you're going, where you're about to go, you need to be that complete person. You need to be able to do both. You need to be able to be soft and kind and receptive. And you also need to be dominant and fierce and down to do whatever to get what you need. All right. So I feel like this is Spirit forcing you into balance. All right. Tell me about this promotion that my collective is getting. This growth with the Three of Pentacles. It's helping you. You're about to come out of this a difficult cycle. So if money has been tight for you, that's ending now. If you've been feeling just like you haven't had enough, or if you've been overwhelmed, feeling like you had too much on your plate, that's coming to an end now. This elevation, this promotion that you are receiving, whether that's monetarily, lifestyle wise, like I just heard easy street, and I don't think that's the case. I don't think you're necessarily going to be on easy street, but I feel like Spirit is making you, or making things in your life a lot easier for you now, and this is why they need you to be in balance, because of what you're about to receive, the lifestyle that you're about to live. I feel like it's going to attract a lot of people who ain't supposed to be there, but people who feel entitled to what you're gaining. And so Spirit needs you to be able to be like, mm-mm, mm-mm. Thank you for the congratulations, but that don't mean that we hanging out now. Like, if I didn't hang out with you before, you wasn't interested in hanging out with me, then, like, don't do that now. Okay? We're not besties now. So I feel like you're about to be on easy street in a sense, and burdens are going to be lifted off of you, but this is also going to bring about people who are not supposed to be in your energy. Okay, so the Seven of Cups energy is present here as your mind and emotions. I feel like whatever you are about to enter into, you've been daydreaming about a lot. You were like, when this happens, when this happens, I'm gonna go do this. I'm gonna go to Barbados. I'm gonna buy this car. I'm gonna get a whole new wardrobe. I'm gonna like, so whatever is about to happen, I do feel like it's monetary for a lot of us. Um, but I feel like whatever you are gaining, you have plans for it already. Um, let's clarify the Seven of Cups. You're very head in the clouds about it. Pero like, what is this? Just pissed me off. The Eight of Cups in the reverse. Temporary success, searching for riches, drifting, withdrawal, and numbness are the messages on that card. And then we have the Chariot in the reverse. Unsuccessful, defeat, loss at the last minute, negativity, and confusion. And then we had the outcome being the Three of Wands. This is what I'm getting. This is a warning. If you don't do the thing, you're not going to get the things. That's what I'm getting from that. Like, if you don't stand for yourself, you're not going to be blessed until you do. If you don't do the hard things, you're not going to be blessed until you do. This promotion, this growth that you're supposed to receive, that spirit is trying to bestow upon your head, is not going to be received until you do the hard things. Tell me more. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Balance is the very first part of this card. Until you come out into balance, until the connections in your life are reciprocal and equal, until you're not in close proximity to anyone who doesn't reciprocate the love, the care, the kindness that you give to them, it's going to be on pause. It's going to be on hold. Because Spirit does not bless people just for their blessing to be taken away. And I feel like if you were to receive this blessing while in close proximity to these people, just like this Eight of Cups in the reverse says, the success would be so temporary. And that is not what the divine has planned for you. They got legacy planned for you. They got a happily ever after plan for you. We're not about to bless you with this just so it could be snatched away by some ungrateful person who's in your life only to see what they can gain. That's not what we do here. Okay? So tell me about the Three of Wands in the reverse. My collective is waiting. Five of Cups. Five of Cups. Grief, loss, self-pity, despair, disappointment, disillusionment, fear of risk, and mourning. For some of you, you're going to be upset by who you lose. You're going to be very upset by who you lose. Some of you all have already lost this person, as the channel message already stated. And you are so focused on that loss that you don't even see behind you. It's two more cups, two more chances for opportunity. Two of Cups is right behind you. But you're focusing so hard on what you've lost. Why did it have to be this way? That was my best friend. I thought that we were going to be rich together. I thought we was making it to the top together. Because everybody can't go. Okay? And you might have been their best friend, but they weren't yours. That might have been your favorite sibling or your favorite family member, but they didn't feel the same way. They just wanted to see how they could gain, how they could benefit. Tell me a little bit more about this outcome, Spirit. And as soon as you realize that and understand that is when you will have your breakthrough. Ace of Swords. That is when you will have your breakthrough, when you will gain your clarity. King of Cups is at the bottom of the deck now. Okay? You may not feel it yet, but you are going to get to a place of emotional contentment where you're okay with the way that things turned out. and you're able to move forward. Yeah, high refine is right underneath that, and that's going to be because of this elevation, because of this growth that you're going to obtain. So take some time, friends, to just really sit with what you're going to have to do or what you've recently done. Um, but don't dwell too long in the energy of the loss. Focus forward on what's to come now that those energies have been cleared and purged from your life, okay? So I felt like I needed to use the vampires. Spirit showed me a vampire. So let's see what messages we have from the vampires. Maynard, madness, ecstatic ritual, and energy release. The Maynard. All right, so I'm going to read the message from the Maynard. Number 19. 1 plus 9 equals 10. Endings bringing new beginnings. Okay, a beginning and an ending. All right, and this is the beautiful card. I love these cards. And it says the Maenads are the female priestesses of the god Dionysus, maddened by the fruit of the vine and given the space of ritual. They descend into ritual ecstasy, where an orgy of carnal delights, instability, frenzied dance, and gluttony are all allowed and celebrated. Within that space, the divine madness we all have, including you, is given expression and exhausts itself relatively safely. When she comes to you in this card, it is for you to now find a safe space to do what you have considered to be unsafe in a safe and protected way. What does this mean? You may be longing to be free, wild, and to let loose, to cast off the chains and find expression in dancing, sex, parties, and intoxication. And she comes to you now, this creature who will devour you if you do not find a way to safely express these urges. For that is vampiric, the urge to express the divine madness that will erode your soul if you repress it any longer. And that is when vampiric Maynard can tear you to pieces. That is when addiction can find you. This is when overindulgence can stake its claim in your soul through your physical form. This Maynard is watching you now, eyes brimming with poison, ready to infect you if you do not begin to rediscover the beautiful madness of life in your own way. If you do not now begin to have some dance, some joy, some loss of the self-consciousness you battle with every day, she will find you, and her leaves will poison you, even as they delight you. It's time for joy to be lived through you. It's time for madness. It's time to drink the nectar of love-making, wine, laughter, to the point where your belly hurts. It is time. The blessing of this card says it is safe for you to give way to feelings of intense bliss and happiness, even excitement. Feeling deeply and allowing yourself to be swept up in the rapture is a beautiful thing for you to experience at this time. It's safe to let this happen under the current circumstances. The curse of this card says, a fear that the divine madness will be permanent, that there is a short distance between the bliss of the Maynard and the insanity, keeping yourself on such a tight leash that your repression rules you, and you are therefore expressed and they are therefore expressed in unhealthy ways. Working with this card, dancing, going out, indulging in the ritual that gives you your safe escape valve for your wild urges needs to be created now. Or else you may find the virtues you have worked so hard to establish eroding. And if you do things in a sacred way, there will be a kind of beauty to the madness. No more control. Find a safe space. Find safe people. And go wild just for a little while within the temple you create. Do this and transcendence will follow. That loss of self leads to uniting with the Great Spirit, the great soul of this world and beyond. And when you go to this place and drink of the Holy Grail of life, you will return replenished, whole, and returned. Fully returned. This will bring strength. Okay, what I'm feeling from this card, y'all. Whoever this is that you are starting to realize your relationship with is not reciprocal. It's someone that you thought was a safe place, a safe person for you, but you're starting to see now that they are not. And this card is asking you to find a safe space, to give time and energy to people who create safety for you to be truly yourself, truly free to express your inner design, inner desires, your inner being, without judgment. Okay, you may do that for a lot of people. You may be the maynard. You may have friends who tell you their craziest desires or their craziest dreams, and you're not ever like, girl, what? You're like, okay, I think you should do it, bitch. Do that shit, bitch. And have fun when you're doing it, bitch. But I feel like whoever is falling away from you now are the people that you would tell your fantasies, your desires, your dreams to. And they would be like, ew. You would do that? Why would you do that? And they would start judging you. Judgment is actually one of the cards that came up in the pre-shuffle. So Spirit is telling you to find people, find your tribe, find people who you align with, who you can feel safe with. Stop pouring into people who would just as soon judge you or try to diminish you or make you feel less than for sharing your desires. Okay? So I want to go ahead and get some soul lessons out here. And I think I want to do the song messages today too. What is the soul lessons that is meant to be learned from this situation for my collective? Perseverance. Regardless of what anybody got to say, still push through, still do you, still do what you want to do. Judgments cast aside, okay? The message of this card says, I know that I can do whatever I put my mind to. Regardless of what anybody else got to say, I can do that shit. All right, so perseverance is what you are meant to learn from this situation. So no matter how this person tried to make you feel low or sad or bad or whatever the situation, keep your head in the game. Focus forward. Have your breakthrough. Because as long as you put your mind to it, you can do it. All right, if that resonates for you, type it in the comments. I know that I can do whatever I put my mind to. The next one, obviously, of course, we've been talking about it this whole time, is growth. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. If this resonates for you, type it in the comments below. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Three of Wands energy is the energy of growth. Spirit is offering you this. Spirit is blessing you with growth. We've already said it. Was it in the channel message too? Yeah, why would you waste your time crying when you can be investing that energy into your growth? Why would you do that? So the lesson you were supposed to learn here was growth. Tell me more, Spirit. Oh, two of them, they said. All right. The first one. Oh, I love when y'all do that, Spirit. Relationships, because that's what we're talking about. Relationships. I'm attracted to those people who serve my highest good. If that resonates for you, type it in the comments below. I am attracted to those people who serve my highest good, not those who try to diminish me at all. Okay? And purpose. I know what I came here to do. All right? I know what I came here to do. And I do feel like that's who I'm talking to, a collective of people, whoever this reading is touching right now, who has a purpose and who knows what that purpose is very clearly, and who may have felt that they wanted to share that with someone that they thought they had a reciprocal relationship with, only for that person to tear them down. So now you're like, nope. You can't stay, and I'm only Attracted to those who serve my highest good. Because I know what I came here to do. And I need to be around the people who have my highest good in mind, who want to grow and expand as well. Okay, so I'm going to persevere. I'm going to push through. All right, all right, all right. Hey, Christina. I'm attracted to those people who serve my highest good. Period, Chrissy. All right, so I kind of want to. Do y'all care who this person is? I'm sure you probably already know, but I want to pull a couple cards from the Island Time Wellness Oracle to see a little bit more about that connection. Tell me a little bit more about that connection. Resonating, period. Self-indulgence. Spirit said it's time to focus on yourself. It's time to focus on your self-worth. It's time to heal, do some shadow work, and appreciate one's self. Okay, some of y'all have spent a little too much time indulging other people and helping other people heal and do whatever else, okay? Focusing on them. And now Spirit's saying, you see how people do you? Focus on yourself. Let's focus on us, okay? All right, so what is the next card? Mask. Ugh. Not showing true feelings, hiding, personifying, pretending, deluding, and gaslighting. So like I said, those people are not reciprocating energy. Some of those people may not even fucking like you. And because you are so in alignment with your purpose, because you know what you came here to do, now the mask might be slipping. Now you're starting to see Hangman energy, Three of Swords and conflict energy. You're starting to see through conflict, through arguing, through disappointment and grief, exactly who these people truly are or how they truly feel about you. And that's not to say that these people don't actually love you, but it's just that their own insecurities or their own, I just heard projections. Their own projections, the reason why they try to minimize you is because they feel small. So how dare you act like you know what your purpose is and be in alignment with that and want to be growing and doing all of that, and I don't have my own purpose and I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing. So now that you're continually growing and making progress, they're like, and trying to feed negativity into you and your purpose, trying to bring you down to where they are. It's very ghetto. Very ghetto thing to do. What's the last card? Sunglasses, bread, watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, and focusing out. Even though you cut them off, Christina, they still watching. They still looking. They trying to see how much you grown. If you're growing without them. If you're doing good without them. Why? Why is Christina still doing okay? Why? Why is Chrissy not crying on social media every 2.5 seconds? Because they're rolling by your house. What Christina over there doing? That look like a new car. That motherfucker got a new car. Mad at your growth, mad at your success. Yeah, so they're watching. Okay, don't think they're not, because they are. Okay, so Spirit, which direction do you want me to go today? I'm not feeling like crystal spirits. I'm maybe African goddesses. African goddesses. All right, which African goddesses would like to speak to my collective today? Because this is a power oracle, and I'm talking to a group of powerful people, and they need to know. They need messages from the African goddesses. Katesh. Yo, okay. Now, there has been this undertone during this whole reading, especially with the Maynard card, and now Katesh is coming out. and she's very naked. And we've had a couple of tarot cards show up in this reading who are also very naked. So for some of you, and this ain't no judgment because I'm very pro ho, um, some whatever it is that you're wanting to do may involve, sex. Even yeah, even in the message of the main ad, they literally said it was about sex. And then here goes the sacred lust. So for some of you all, you might be a sex therapist, or you might, be a sex worker, or you might be a dancer, something to that effect. Um, I don't know what's happening with the chat, and somebody's message got blocked. Let me see. But for some of you all, y'all work in that industry. Yeah, okay. I'm not gonna show it, but I see it. I see it. Okay. Yes! Spirit, I love how you be bringing my people here and then you be talking directly through them. Thank you for letting me be the channel for that. Period. I love it. Cause when I get that feeling, hey, that's why they wanted me to come to this deck right here. Okay, yeah. And at the bottom of the deck is Gang Gang Sarah, Resistance. So I feel like you might be very rebellious when it comes to your sexual nature as well. Like you don't care for what anybody got to say, whoever's judgments. Okay. But I love that. Thank you. Fun fact about me, I used to be a dancer. So I'm here for all of the things, okay? All of the adult things because we're grown and we can do what we want. Okay? So let's talk about Katesh with her naked ass. Let me make sure she ain't, let me get my finger right over her, but it's a very pretty card. Okay. Yes, I am. All right, and Sacred Lust. She's from Egypt, from the Temple of Lovers. Okay. Ketesh, the mistress of the gods, is an Egyptian goddess of sacred sexuality, ecstasy, and fertility. Her two men, yes, are fertility gods, Men and Montu, the god of war. Are the fertility god Men and Montu, the god of war. We have a lot of Aries energy surrounding us astrologically too, so that's cool. With the god of war being mentioned here. But her guidance says, you are an erotic creature. You have a divine right to experience sensual ecstasy. It is sacred to give and receive pleasure. The embodiment says, you deserve to feel good. It feels good to feel good. So allow yourself to feel good. Lean into your sacred lust. Turn up your own fire and quench your thirst. Dance with pleasure. You daring to embrace your sensuality will set the world on fire. Goddess declaration, it feels good to feel good. Yeah, bish. Yeah, bish. Okay? So, period. And also, I don't know if y'all know this, pero like, if y'all are into witchy things, you can use that energy as well. The energy of your climax for manifestation purposes. Just a little fun fact, just a little tidbit. All right. So you can, while you're manifesting, while you're doing your things, speak your manifestations out loud. Okay. Guarantee something's going to shake. All right. So, yes, sacred lust. And I feel like, okay, so that might be why you had to cut people off because they're judging you for being human, for having desires. For some of you all, it may be your choice of, partner, the way that you express your sexuality. I personally understand and I feel that, period, Christina, that there's definitely a connection between sexuality and spirituality. So it may be like the fact that you choose what people perceive as, a same sex partner. And, spiritually, that's not so. That person is just a masculine to you or just a feminine to you, regardless of their parts. Some people don't think that deeply. Some people are just not that tapped in, and so we can't judge them as they would judge us. However, comma, do you, boo boo? Be with who you want to be with, as long as it's not a child or animal, because that's gross. But besides that, be with whoever you want to be with. Do the things that you want to do. Experience them however you want to experience them, and have your relationships the way that you want to have your relationships. They're not up for judgment by anyone. There's not a man who should be able to judge you, man, woman, who should be able to judge you, because everybody got their own things. Okay? So we're not going to judge nobody for what they into, but you're not going to sit up here and judge me either. How I try to navigate the things that I do. Okay? So, period. I don't know. I don't know if this reading took a turn or if it's been about this the whole time. And we just had to pull back the layers. But interesting direction that this reading took, and I'm honestly here for it. Okay. So let's get some advice, a postcard from Spirit, and I'll pull a couple of songs for you. I've seen the devil as soon as I split the cards for the advice. The devil is about obsession. It is about BDSM. Okay. It is about addictions, vices. It is about taboo things. Okay. So yeah. Okay, what is the advice for my collective? What is the advice for my collective? We got the Son of Pentacles, so that is slow and steady action towards a goal. Daughter of Swords, that is Watcher energy, being studious, being curious. Okay. Four of Cups energy. Period. And the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Gemini energy at the bottom of the deck. Gang. But look, what I'm feeling like this advice is I feel like Spirit is saying, do you, boo-boo. But make sure that you take your time. Make sure that you are getting to know people. Making sure that you have all the information, all the facts about the things that are being offered to you, because not everything that is going to be offered to you is going to be something that you need, want, or desire. So I feel like just being careful. But Lovers at the bottom of the deck is saying, make sure that whatever is being offered to you is in alignment with you. So what you're a Gemini, me too, gang. All right, so I'm so extra. Okay, but yeah, I'm just feeling like the advice here is whatever you're gonna do, whatever you're doing, make sure it's in alignment with you. Make sure that you are getting to know people, places, the situations. Looking, girl, shut up. Not this is a Gemini reading. Okay, gang, we're all in this together. Okay, so whoa, okay. Whoosah. Just be very careful of the places, people, things that you engage with. If it doesn't feel like it's in alignment with you, then remove it from your life. If it doesn't sit right in your spirit, if it makes you feel uneasy or uncomfortable, it ain't for you. And right under that, we do have the Strength card. So this could require that certain, like I've been saying, people who you don't expect have to be cut off. And that's going to take a lot of inner strength. That's going to take a lot of, from within, to be able to say, you know what, I got to distance myself from you. Because even if I love you, even if I care deeply about you, what you got going on is not healthy for me. So I need to take a step back. All right. So just be very careful what you're engaging with, and make sure that it feels like it's in alignment with you. All right. So what is the postcard from Spirit? And then we'll get a couple of songs, and then I'm going to go. Postcard from Spirit. So let's hear it. It says, Dearest you, since you're on Earth, you understand how buildings are built. Yes. A good solid foundation, yet flexibility too, in case of earthquakes. Truth be told, you can't offer something sustainable unless it's built from a solid base, whether it be an idea that takes form one step at a time or an actual house that needs a sturdy foundation dug, poured, and built. We want to remind you of this because you might be in need of a little encouragement to see that this is true in your life at this time. Celebrate the fact that right now you can repair the cracks in the foundation of your life effortlessly, as well as do a general site check to ensure your hard work is being well supported. Do this and know that you are building a life on a perfect and sound foundation that will allow you to welcome many miracles waiting to come visit. We're so happy for you and so intrigued by what you're building. So that Three of Wands energy that you had in the outcome in the reverse where you were just waiting, I feel like it's because there's cracks in your foundation. And before Spirit can drop this big ass blessing on your life, they need to make sure that you can support it. So this is why you're being instructed to handle the cracks, the people who don't support you right now, so that the actual blessing can be supported. Not a mouse in the cabinet, all on the cups. Like you can't catch me. Yeah, that's the animal oracle, the wild unknown. So there's animals on all the cards, but that's so funny. But yeah, let's get some song messages out here. What songs will resonate with this reading, Spirit, for my collective here tonight? What song will resonate, or what songs? We're going to pull 3. All right, so what's the first song message for my collective? This one. You. Okay, You by Jesse Powell. R.I.P. Jesse Powell. But it says, next year, let's call this day our anniversary. The day I put my heart in your hands and said that it was yours to keep. Okay, so for some of y'all, like I said, this is about your choice in person. That got people feeling away. That got people feeling like they have to have an opinion about who you choose to be with, or can cast judgment on your relationships. But regardless, you're going to choose that person, and that person is going to choose you. Okay? And that's going to be your boo. Period. Bodak Yellow. Speaking of ex-strippers. Little bit. You can't fuck with me if you wanted to. These expensive. These is red bottoms. These is money shoes. Hey, we don't dance now. We make money moves. And that's what's going to happen in the near future. These blessings are going to make it so that some of y'all who dance don't got to dance no more. Or you can dance on a bigger scale. You can open a studio. Okay? Those of you all who, do other things in the industry, you won't have to do that anymore. Or maybe you'll do it on a bigger scale. But whatever it is, it's money moves on the way. Okay? Period. And what's the last one? What's the last song that resonates with this message, Spirit? I feel like it's in here. It's in here somewhere. Right in here. Back to Black. Ooh. For some of y'all, the person you need to cut out is somebody who is karmic, who you keep going through this cycle with. We've only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I go back to black. R.I.P. Amy. Ooh, okay, another message that I just got. Both Jesse Powell and Amy Winehouse are in the ancestral realm. They're no longer with us. So some of you all are holding on to someone who is no longer with us. And until you release that person, you cannot be blessed, because your new blessing will be in the form of a new lover, a new life. Okay, so something that is gone, that is past, that is done with, you have to release, you have to let go. That's just for somebody. It was very specific. It was just a download. So take that and do with it what you may. But yeah, gang, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Um, If that resonated for you, please let me know in the comments below. If you would like personal readings, you can book at SavyCynthia.com or become a channel member or patron at the top tier to receive monthly readings for yourself. If you all have scary stories, like ghost stories, things that you've encountered, if something really interesting or weird has happened to you on your spiritual journey and you would like your story to be featured here on the channel, you can send me an email with my story in the subject line to SavySentient@gmail.com. I'm going to be sharing stories during spooky season on the channel, and I need y'all's tales. So come tell me your tales. All right. There's going to be more to it than me just telling the tales, but I don't want to speak on that just yet because I don't want nobody trying to steal my ideas. But anyway, yeah. I'm wishing you all love and light. Now go get right. And I'll see y'all in the next one, which will hopefully be tomorrow. Okay? Peace out.